Alright, good morning YouTube. We are back in the garage. We are working on Scrappy. The first order we're going to do today is I've got the brackets. Whoa. I need to clean them up because I don't know how much you know about metalworking and stuff, but this is there's a layer on these called mill scale, and to get good weld on them you need to grind that off. And then the laser, even this dark here, that actually, like, you can weld through it, but to get a clean, really good weld, you want to grind all that off and clean them up. So I'm going to get all these cleaned up this morning, ground up, and then we're going to I've got another axle out back on the pad. All right, we are back, and it was not 30 seconds ago. I had to run an errand for a friend, but got all my pieces, shined up the mill scale off them and everything. Yeah, shiny. The next thing I got to do is I got to go out and get that other arm off there. I forgot to do that, so we'll do that. And if you want to clean stuff up like this good, and a good flap disc, woo, aggressive, works really good. So yeah, the next step will be get the arm, so I can line up the holes. I'll use it and be kind of like a fixture. I'll tack it, probably hold it up to that axle out there instead of laying on my back, just to see if it's right, see if it's, I can have that axle upside down, and I can make sure that yeah, I can make sure that it'll be the right angle, because like I said, those pieces for the axle kind of offset it to point back because the arms aren't straight on perpendicular to it, they're just off. So yeah, once I get that arm in here and I get this mocked up, I'll bring it back and I'll kind of show you what's happening. Alright, trying this out here. I got my control arm, got my pieces. So this is going to be the arm coming back at me. I think that'll help me set it up. This would be the axle tube here. We're going to come in at a bit of an angle too. I've never done this before, and as you see how this piece is shorter, so I would have to assume, well, and actually it'll be going to the axle this way, the way I'm thinking about it. So that'll come in, point the arm back at an angle towards the body of the Cherokee, because these, body don't have frames. So put this bolt in here. Now, I have never done this before. It's only the second time I've ever YouTubed, so I want you to see what I'm doing, not necessarily see me. I'm gonna kind of snug this up here. Sorry, might be loud. Definitely a little bit on the loud side. Okay, that holds up pretty good. Yeah, this is and this piece is also different. You see it's got a skinny notch, whatever, larger one. It's angled. So this kit that my son got off eBay, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll bring you in here, show you at this angle. I think that's gonna work. So set you back up here. I don't have a cameraman yet to stand here, and so then this is the front piece. Yep, that'll go on like that. This will be here. Like, yay, if I can get it to line up. If I was thinking, I would have had my welder plugged in and ready to go to tack some of this. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. I almost wonder if I should do this front piece first. Get this here like this. This seems like this would be the easiest way. You can see that. Yeah. Maybe use this guy right here. That's going to want to rotate. If you're going to do this stuff, it's good to have stuff around to hold stuff. Alright. So, after some fumbling around, I need to snug this up a little bit. How many of you have seen a gear wrench like this? Craftsman, like old school. 13/16 on one end, 7/8 on the other. Got it from my grandpa's place. But it works. Sort of. Yeah, these arms are 20, these are probably 21s realistically, but just want that snugged up a little bit. So I can sit good like that. The arm is kind of in my way, but there, now we got it snugged up. Let's get something like this. Something like this here. Kind of squeeze this together. Definitely some wiggle room here, I see. So the goal is not to have to cut this all apart, tack it and it stays together, get it in the first shot. That is my goal. And also my first, like, hey, watch me do something, so I know I'm half in and out of the screen. Kind of my first goal, like I said. A lot of firsts happening here. So let's just put a little tack on here. A little tack up here. Burn my finger. Looks pretty good. Leave a comment. Tell me, dude, you look like a fool, or hey, looks good. Oh yeah, another little Benny of like a welding table is you can just clamp your lead onto the table as long as you got good contacts through it. Yeah, this has a lot of mill scale on it, but it still makes contact through the piece. So if you don't see my ground on there, it's because it's on the table. So let's put this guy up here. And already running into a slight fitment issue. Not the problem of the parts or anything, just mine, how I'm trying to do this. I'm just off a little bit here. If I had an axle tube, I don't know if I should lay on the ground and try and put this jigsaw puzzle together, but or flip your piece over, your tube goes in here, this edge lines up, and yeah. I mean, I know what I'm doing. Totally doing this right. Yeah. Now that I got the pieces in the right spot. Weird. Okay, let's make another tack weld. Close your eyes. Close your eyes again. So now, that looks really good. The only part I'm curious about, oh sure. So, I noticed this edge lines up really nice, and this one sticks out a little far. I thought, maybe that's kind of how it is. We don't line up here, right? I bet if I were to put this piece in here, potentially, no. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, if you can see this now, see how this sticks up here? Or this piece that I've tacked on here? This piece will be, yeah. And then, if you can tell, I'm jumping around, these all line up. So, that is why we tack weld. And also why we have multiple grinders hanging out. Good to have multiple grinders. Oh yeah, and then anti-fire bottles. An outlet. So over here, one has a flap disc, one has a cutoff wheel. I got 3 of them. You only really need, well, sometimes I have one with a stone on it for better grinding, clearing slag and stuff. But yeah, because now my 18 volt has the flap disc on here. So I'm going to cut these tack welds here really quick. I'm totally out of position for this. Don't want to have a disc fly apart in my face. So, pause. Game on. The wrong piece. Those won't be in the way. Let's see. All right, now. Yeah. Now all these pieces, see those 2 edges line up much better. The front pieces, yeah, that'll be a lot better. Now, I apologize if this has a lot of background noise compared to maybe other videos you're used to watching. The welder fan is running right now, and then that guy right there, he's got a little fan down there in the bottom. He runs, he pumps out a lot of heat. It gets cold in Wisconsin in the winter, although it's not cold in here right now. If we go back over here, I'm about to lose this hoodie because it's 85 in here. Whew. Need to let that wood burn out. So let's make a couple tack welds and we'll mock her up on an axle tube. All right, close your eyes. Forgot to close mine. Just kidding. And again. Missed what I was welding. Okay. Okay, here we go. There. That's a nice piece. Alright, YouTube. I think we're going to end this video off here because it's just getting long and it's a little bit of chatter and just putting some arms together. I don't want the video to get real long, but I thought I'd show you this gem that my son picked up. I tell you, these things just multiply. Like, they breed. He wanted an interior piece that of course is broke, but we needed some interior pieces for another Cherokee that we were doing. Shifter bezel, glove box, minor stuff. So he wanted the back hatch piece, and the guy's like, yeah, it's good. Well, unfortunately we opened it up and it's anything but good. But it's always nice to get factory glass when you're wheeling. Sometimes you break these side windows a lot. My Cherokee is very concave right here on the other side, so not that I really need tinted windows or anything anymore, but you know, it looks cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. I got some more stuff shot about us actually like putting the parts on the Jeep, or at least cleaning up for it. I will get that posted here in the next couple days. So I appreciate everybody watching, giving me a thumbs up. Like I said, leave a comment, let me know like where I need to improve. I know probably about everywhere, because this is like my first attempts at it. Yeah, she's rough. You need parts, I tell you, but they're getting hard to find. So anyhow, like, share, subscribe, you know all the things everybody says. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.